Hello people, sorry that I haven't been uploading, but this will be part 1 to What If Deku Was My Titan on Destiny 2. But yeah, and he will be able to turn into my warlock. I don't really take pride in my hunter, because he looked like dog shit, but yeah. So I'll just do a quick run over the loadout right quick though. But first, per usual, my god, I missed this. Turn off the fucking low power mode. Anywho, as my battery slowly dies, even though I have it on the charger. But I run sweet business. Yeah, that's just chilling. Eulogy with the white, red, and black. But yeah. And then this will be like, yeah, oh well, you can't have two exotic bitches, my what if. So he gonna use Thunderlord. And basically quick description of this. Once you get consecutive hits on an enemy, lightning strike him, like dead. Boom, done. Big on thought. Yeah. And it's like chained, so like it'll consecutively chain onto enemies, sort of like Kakashi, how he did the Link Chidori when it was the flashback, and he'll have the rhymed ghost shell, cause yeah. And we gonna call the ghost shell BT 7274 because that nigga was a legend. He was a G. I'ma keep it 100. But yeah, and you can see all that I have right now, just in case y'all want to copy my build right quick. But yeah, and that this is his speeder, his freaking ship. And yes, he will have this one because yeah, it's my favorite ship because it looked like a pelican from Halo. And instead of using the Eulogy, he can use the Rat King because Rat King was dope. And he can also use Hard Light as well. And then he can transform into a Warlock. Yeah, that nigga just chilling. And then I do use Code of the Aggressor Void for my Titan. Yes, shoulder bash. Bitch. Like a shobe. Like it's freaking For Honor. But anywho, let's get on to the video. So yeah, and this is what he will look like. Oh yeah, and I use EXO, if you wondering. But yeah. But so Deku, let's just say he looks like Michael B. Jordan for this one. But yeah, because I respect that man a lot. That and No Remorse was a really good movie, so I wanted to pay that back to him because his performance on that was amazing. But yeah, so Deku, his quirk, he'll just have immortality. So yeah, and that's per usual for my vids. But anywho, he gets born 7 years before the My Hero canon, so he won't go to school. Bakugo. But anywho, yeah. But he training day in, day out. And Inko, she died during childbirth. Because again, Inko will either die giving childbirth, or she will abuse the crap out of this nigga and then get killed later, if I feel like it. She might occasionally live, but that ain't likely. But anywho, so Deku, he training in the woods, and then a ghost. So this nigga pop up out of nowhere. He says, "Hello, Lupus," which, if you didn't know, Lupus is Latin for wolf. So yeah, and he's essentially like the reincarnation of my Titan. So yeah, he can summon all gear and everything. And sorry if it feels like I'm rushing this, because I kind of am. But he like tells him that you can like summon the gear and shit. And he's like, shit, nigga, say less. And he like summons this armor. He's like, my God, this is fucking amazing, bruh. And he just like, damn right. And his ghost, again, he just says, alright, BT. And he's like, huh, BT? Kinda name it. Shut the fuck up, he was a legend. That's exactly what he says. He says, okay. But he runs him through all his powers and abilities. And he has, again, the weapons that I just ran through. So, Sweet Business, Eulogy, Thunderlord. The Runner, the fucking Pelican, Rat King, fuck, what are you called? I was just saying it. Bruh, I feel stupid. Anywho. So, was it the... no, hard light. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, and like teaches him how to use his void powers, and he can use all three. That's just what I run personally, by the way. But yeah, and so Deku, he's just training with that. He gets to the age of 10, and he starts doing like vigilante work. At this age, he's already, let's go with 5'1" with the suit on. Without the suit, he's like, 4'9". Cause yeah. And also, yes, that's Saint 14's helmet, my boys. Rocking with a drip, eh? But anywho. So Deku, he go, and he honestly just murking villains with the freaking Rat King. They just hearing the 3 shots pop off. Do 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 do. Or heck, nah, he dual wields them. Cause if you didn't know, there's an ability on this called Rat Pack, which yes. Fully automatic weapons become stronger when nearby allies have it. Equipped stacks up to 6 times. He's just gonna have 2 of them. He gonna dual wield, and he starts firing that mug off. But yeah, do do do. That's all you hear during the night. Just do do do. And people are like, "Who is this new vigilante? Like, what is with this nigga?" And like Stain, he realizes that this nigga's only going after villains. He like, let me meet this nigga. Because depending on how he act, I might train him. Which, Deku, his physical, like, prowess is just off the fucking roof. Because it's a Titan, my guy. It's a Titan, bruh. But yeah, and his hand-to-hand combat skills are just amazing, bro. Like on par with Goku skill level. Yeah. And so, Stain, he meets him while he's killing some low-level thugs. He's like, hey, so you're the new vigilante in town. He says, another villain? Alright. I will Stain the hero killer. You'll be a nice one. Bruh. This man just pulls out the freaking glow purple freaking sentinel shield. And he's just like, alright, let's go. And he says, nigga, what the fuck is that thing? And he says, you don't need to know, because you're about to die. This nigga, dead ass, sprints so fast that he can't see him. And that's without, he didn't even activate the boosters, bro. But, he starts doing a combo on him, and then creates another shield in the other arm, and he just hit him with it. And keep in mind, he still has the two guns in his hands, and he like pistol whips the dude, and they shoot some 6 times, and then throws the shields, and they ricochet off the walls and stuff, but they leave craters, because these things are strong. Even though they use energy. Yeah. But yeah. So, Deku, he killed Stain dead then and there. But yeah. And then, he decided on the name, the Titan. Because, yeah. Titan just sounds cool. And then, like, he says, hey, BT, do I have any other abilities? He says, yeah, you can summon a rider. And he's like, a rider? I'm like, the fuck? And he says, yeah, try to summon it. And he says, alright. This thing pops up with the black and the, like, blazing red. And he said, my God, what was I rocking? Because this shit fire. And he says, yes, you did have very good style. And then he says, hop on, take it for a test drive. He starts zooming around the city in this thing. And then, like, All Might, he's jumping through the, Aizawa, no. Because since 7 years, so that means, yeah, no. But, anywho. So, Deku, he just take it out back, guys. Per usual. And so, this nigga, he comes across, like this little cat or dog that has 3 heads. And no, I'm not giving him Cerberus. Chill. There we go. Hmm. So he looks like this right now, but once he get older, like once he like fully gets older, bruh, no, back up. But yeah, so he looks like this. Nope, no Google Lens, I'm good. Bruh, I feel stupid. There we go. But once he get older, he look like this. He won't be as big though. Or heck, nah, he won't even look like that. He gonna look like this. This right here. But yeah, that's what he finna look like. And Deku, he pick him up. He's like, well, looks like you're homeless. Picks him up, hugs him, takes him back to a apartment that he got off one of the villains. And I'm gonna say like the villain was like loaded with cash, because I'm gonna say he was like a corporate guy or whatever. But yeah, and he's already had told like his company he was gonna step out, but he would still be getting like income and stuff like that. But yeah, so Deku, he takes the dog home, gives him a bath, and he's just playing with him on the couch. And he like put down his like helmet. He's like, what should we name you since you have 3 heads? And he is a quirked animal, and his quirk is Hell Flame, and he can also talk, so he has intelligence. And he says, how about Cerberus? And that's like one of his heads. And then like the other one is just like, how about Cupcakes? Because that one's gonna be like Kevin, if you catch my drift. And then the other one's just like, thank you for picking us up off the street. But yeah, Cerberus sounds like a good name. And he says, alright then. Alright, let's go to bed. And then, you know what? Fuck it. Kevin, Nee, and Rex. Yeah. Kevin, Nee, and Rex. That's what we gonna call them. They just said, so where are we gonna sleep? You didn't buy us a dog bed yet. And he's like, oh yeah. And like the rest of his armor like folds back into a spinal thing. And like his helmet, it also like folds into it, because it's like made out of nanotech. But yeah. And so Deku, he just said, y'all gonna sleep in the bed with me? And you go, okay. And he's just sleeping, curling up at him. Next morning, he wakes him up and he's like, Papa, I'm hungry. And yeah, that was Kevin. And Rex is just like, yeah, I'm hungry. And then like Nee, he's just like, food now, please, I beg of you. He's like, yeah, alright. And then, he goes in, he makes, like, T-bone steak for Cerberus, 1 for each head. So he makes 3. Just sits them down. And then, he makes pancakes for himself. And he started eating. But then, after that, he's like, so is intelligence your quirk? Since you're a quirked animal, obviously. And he says, oh no, my quirk's hell flame. He's like, alright. Well, let's go and train you. And he's like, really? You're gonna help me train my quirk? He's like, yeah. But isn't your armor your quirk, he says? And he goes, no, my quirk's immortality. My armor's from me being the reincarnation of a titan, of the Vanguard Titan known as Lupus, that died after the main events of the canon Destiny 2 timeline. Cough, cough. So, after Beyond Light, which, if anybody's already finished Beyond Light, the fuck? Do you have a life, my boy? But, anywho. So, Deku, he just goes into a forest and he just like training and stuff with Cerberus. Cerberus learned how to control his hell flames, and he is like a purple, magenta-ish type color. Those are the weakest flames he can put out, and the hottest are a grayish white. Which, if you didn't know, white is technically the hottest color flame can be. Because it's so hot to where it peels out the other colors. But yeah. And so, but anywho. Fast forward fast forward 15 years later. So that would mean he's 22. So yeah, 22. And I'm gonna age Midnight down by a solid 3 years. Cause yeah, we need to get the ball rolling. But he picks up word of like the USJ. He's like, okay. And by that time, Cerberus has grown into this thing. He's like, alright, Cerberus, let's get it popping. He's like, what loadout are you gonna run for this? And he just goes, I'm gonna run Sweet Business, Rat King, Dual Pistol, and Thunderlord. He just says, good choice for crowd control. And he says, duh. And he's like, and if there are injured people, I'll just switch over to my other form. He's like, wait, other form? He's like, yeah. The Warlock Alucard. He drained life from his enemies. Cause yeah, I'm going to say that corrupt, yeah. Sort of like how, darn it, can't remember his name, Dredgen Yor was a tainted titan that then became a hunter, so they thought, and had made Thorn, which Thorn is Lumina, but corrupted. But he would drain the life out of other light users, is what I'm going to say for backstory of my warlock. But anywho, so Deku, he starts running to the USJ. He like jumps up, and Cerberus, he like jumps up too, and they both like crash through the ceiling. And like all the class 1A minus Deku, which, and the person that's gonna take Deku's spot is Kendo. So yeah, Mona was gonna be left unchecked. But yeah. But they're just like, oh my god, it's the Titan. Wait, oh my god, it's the Titan. And Deku, he just summons Sweet Business. And he just blasts them niggas up. Brrrah, brrrah. Starts airing that mug out. And then he makes it disappear, and then he like charges head first into what was left. One, he does a backflip axe kick. The other one, he sweeps his legs and then punches him in the face, which makes him knock out. And then I'm going to say there was a guy with like a train quirk. He like carries like a bunch of them, so that way they can use their quirks as a concentrated blast. So you know that scene in Invincible, the train? Watch this, but one man. So he just stands there and he just like darts towards the train, and like all the blood and stuff just splattered all over that man. And he just said, wow, ain't no respect. Oh well. And then Shigaraki, he tells Kurogiri to let out the Nomu. And Nomu comes out and he says, you can't beat that. It's supposed to be All Might. He's like, what a low standard. And he's like, And Deku, he just straight up murking this thing. Just elbow, front kick, leg sweep, knock off balance, headshot, doop, pulls out red king, puts 6 shots in the thing. Then with Cerberus, he just lighten up random villains on fire. And then Cerberus, he runs up to Class 1A and he says, well, Kevin says, don't worry, Dad'll do alright. And they're like, Dad? He gave birth to you? He says, what? No, I'm his pet. But he says, is anyone here injured? And Midnight, she says, no. Aizawa, he just says, nah. And Deku, he just murks the Nomu. Like, plain and simple, he murked that thing. He got rid of it so fast. And then he, like, walked up to the staircase or whatever. And he said, alright. don't ever mess with villains, kids. It is annoying. But yeah, this one I'm gonna end it off. I know this is a short video, but I'm tired. Good night, everybody.